Okay, so I think it's safe to say that animated movies this year are coming out with something to prove because low-key, they've actually been on a pretty hot streak since the beginning of the year. You've had Turning Red, you have one of my favorite films of the year. I haven't done a review on this, but The Bad Guys from DreamWorks. It's not only one of the best animated films of the year, it's one of my favorite movies of the year. It's very good. I recommend you check it out. What else has come out? Lightyear. I haven't seen Minions, but I heard that it was pretty good, so I mean, I'm going to count that as well. And then you have this, the DC League of Superpets, and like I said, animated movies have something to prove because this was pretty damn good. So on to my review. Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and this is my review for DC League of Superpets, directed by Jared Stern and stars Kevin Hart, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Kate McKinnon, and John Krasinski. And our story basically follows Krypto, the super dog of Superman, who basically is following him alongside his journey of being Superman. He's his best friend, his only companion, and essentially after Superman and Lois hook up, Krypto's feeling a little lonely, and essentially Superman tries to find him a companion, another best friend of some sort. And in that journey, essentially they end up foiling one of Lex Luthor's plans to where this guinea pig gets a hold of orange kryptonite, which gives pets or animals superpowers, and the guinea pig eventually takes over the Justice League, and now Krypto and his new companions have to save the world and the Justice League themselves. And that's basically our movie. Okay, so I want to start out by saying that I was completely wrong about this movie because the trailers for me kind of gave off the whole, this is just going to be a kid's movie and it's just going to be a cash grab sort of thing. Like that Michael Cera movie that's out now, like The Paws of Fury or whatever that movie's called. That movie is an example of a cash grab for kids movies. Like it's just basically Hollywood is just releasing movies where it has like a big cast or certain, cast members where it's going to get kids into the theater. I really thought that's what this movie was. I thought it was just going to be a cash grab. I am happy to announce that I am 100% wrong. Like, this movie actually put much effort into it. Like, they actually made this very entertaining. First of all, one thing I love about this movie, it's absolutely hilarious. Like, I laughed from the beginning of this movie, like, until the very end, basically, except for, the parts where they gotta show action and give a little heart to the story, but this movie is absolutely hilarious. And I'm talking about more than just Kevin Hart and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I'll get to their dynamics in a second, but the entire cast is phenomenal. You have John Krasinski as Superman, Keanu Reeves as Batman, Kate McKinnon is playing Lulu, the guinea pig villain in this film, and she's absolutely incredible. Vanessa Bayer from Saturday Night Live, she's an absolute standout in this movie. She plays the pig, she's hilarious. The other, I think Diego Luna plays the squirrel. I'm not necessarily sure who plays like the rest of these characters, but the entire ensemble of pets are absolutely hilarious. The Justice League themselves are hilarious. It's a rendition of this movie's kind of very similar to Teen Titans Go in a sense, except, it has pets and things like that, but it's kind of very similar to the Teen Titans Go formula where it's like, directed towards kids, but essentially the Teen Titans Go movie, it's more directed to like that kind of formula where essentially, you just have this group of, Teen Titans or Super Pets or whatever, and, a villain is going on, and they just, make a lot of lighthearted jokes or a lot of jokes throughout the movie, and then essentially the difference between the Teen Titans movie and this one, the action, because the action in this movie is actually very good. Like, I'm very surprised that a lot of effort was put into this kind of movie. Like, I don't know what I was essentially expecting, like, this movie to be. Honestly, I can tell you what I expected it to be. I expected it to be just Kevin Hart and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson basically carrying this cast on their backs, because I didn't think Superman was going to get that much screen time, but he actually is in the movie a pretty decent amount of time. The Justice League themselves, they're not in it like too long, but everybody gets a chance to do something. This movie is about the pets themselves, but all the entire cast members get to do something special in this movie. They get to be a part of it, and at least everybody gets some sort of joke. They even give the Justice League their own introduction, which I thought was phenomenal. Now, the only thing I have to say that essentially I'm kind of getting tired of, I'm really tired of watching, the whole Superman origin story where, the planet Krypton is dying and then, his parents are sending him off. Like, I don't know how many more times I have to watch that. That was in the beginning of this movie, and I was kind of just like, I'm tired of watching this origin story. Can we please just skip this part? Once we get past that part, like, you guys may enjoy that, but I'm done with the whole Superman origin. Like, I've seen that too many times. I already know how it works. I'm good. But essentially, if you guys are good with it, then, by all means. But after I get past, the Superman origin and we get to the main parts of the movie, which is like the origin story is only like the first 3 minutes of the movie, then we're into the, the nitty gritty of it all. And that I just loved every part of it. This movie is so much fun. This movie has so much heart. Oh my gosh. First of all, the story itself is really good. Like, it's actually developing characters, and honestly, it's building its own universe in a way. Like, I really hope this movie gets a sequel, because it kind of left off for it to, get one, and I really hope it does, because I really had a good time with this movie. Like, I'll start with the story itself with Crypto, the dog. So there's something that they do with his character to where he really needs to rely on his super pet friends a little bit more than he's used to. And it just makes the story a whole lot better. Like, it just makes for a very enriching story that I was not expecting to be, like, emotionally attached to. Like, these characters, I left actually being pretty emotionally attached to Crypto and Ace. And I was a really big fan of the cartoon back in the day, Crypto the Super Dog. Ace was a little more serious in that cartoon, but I had a really good time. I had a really good time with that cartoon back in the day, and this is just a rendition of that, and honestly a build on of, like, Teen Titans Go and things like that. This movie is just a lot of fun to be in, and it's for all ages. Seriously, like, I have to give credit to DC for actually making effort to make a good movie. I don't know why I always think DC is just gonna come out with crap, mainly because they can't really build a universe. I'm gonna get to that in a second, but I just always think DC is gonna half-ass it, and as far as, like, the solo projects go, they prove us wrong in that terms, and this is a big example of that. I really enjoyed this movie. Now, in reference to what I didn't like about the movie, now granted, I enjoyed this movie a lot. I'm not very harsh on kids' movies. Honestly, my problem with this movie, I don't even really have a problem with the movie. I have a problem with DC. My problem with DC is the fact that they just keep making they somehow keep making these great, like, solo projects that have nothing to do with the DC Extended Universe or anything trying to build an entire universe together. Like, they're very good at the solo projects. But I always end up watching, like, Peacemaker. I was watching Harley Quinn earlier today, and then I'm watching this, and I'm just like, how do we make such great solo projects that have nothing to do with building a universe at all, but when it comes to the universe itself, we just can't get that correct. Like, that was running through my mind the entire time I'm watching this movie. First of all, I want to say this is the best Justice League movie we've gotten ever since the DC universe was created. Yes, I'm including the regular Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League, because I need people to understand, just because you add 2 extra hours to a movie and you say this is all the director's original footage, like, that's not going to make me enjoy it more. You just made a movie that I didn't like a lot longer, and you expected me to like it. That's not how that works. Zack Snyder, well, like, I know Zack Snyder and, Warner Brothers or DC had issues, and that's why Joss Whedon had to replace him, but look, just because, like, I don't care, like, all those people that were begging for the Snyderverse to be released, like, it doesn't matter. It's not like they were going to run off with that, and, like, with the success of that, they were going to build the universe. No, we're still stuck in the same predicament we've been stuck in for the last, like, 7 or 8 years, and now we got Ezra Miller, who won't even be a part of this damn thing. Like, it's just a mess. Like, every time I watch a DC project, I'm just reminded of how much of a mess we're in, and how Marvel's already on phase 5 and 6, and look, I understand, like, at this point, DC's probably tired of being compared to Marvel. Like, they have Shazam, they have Batman. It's like, all right, cool, but you got, like, they're on phase 5 and 6, and we have gotten one Superman movie. I don't even count Batman v Superman as a Superman movie. That's mainly a Batman movie, because Batman wasn't introduced yet. Like, they just got to get it together. Yeah, I just wanted to go on a DC rant. Like, I don't really have anything wrong with this movie. It's a kid's movie, so I don't try to be too harsh on them. Like, I do know the difference between a good kid's movie and a bad one. Like, I've seen bad kids' movies. Like, so essentially, if I think a kid's movie is going to be bad, I'm just going to skip it, like I did the Paws of Fury thing. The Minions, I might actually go catch, because I heard good things about it. And like I said, animation is low-key on a hot streak this year, so I think it's going to be a loaded category at the Oscars. But other than that, let's get to my overall thoughts of the film. All right, so look. Overall, this movie is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, essentially, I use phenomenal a lot, but it is a very good movie. I had a very good time. It's funny. It has so much heart. It has a great story, great characters. Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson, I am loving their dynamic as, like, their dynamic duo. Like, they are awesome together. Like, as far as the Jumanji movies go and this one, you can tell that their chemistry is just off the charts, and they love working with each other, and I just enjoy their back and forth banter, period. Like, even the tortilla challenge that came out, like watching those two just work together, they have so much fun, and they have great chemistry, and they're turning into I mean, this may be a weird comparison, but it's like, the big dynamic duos in Hollywood. You got your, Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan. You got the, the Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg, in a sense. Like, they're very good duos. And Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson are turning into that. And I hope they work together for a very long time because they are very good together. Other than that, this movie just has so much heart. It has great characters. The Justice League is great. Lex Luthor's great. The like I said, Kate McKinnon as this Lulu, the guinea pig villain, she was absolutely fantastic. Like, I was going to say phenomenal again, but I caught myself. She was fantastic. Like, there's like layers to her as a villain, and towards the end there's just like a big battle, and I honestly didn't even see the movie going in that direction. Like, I thought it was going to go one way after a certain event was shown to us, but then we just go to this big battle between the Justice League and the Pets and the guinea pig, and it's absolutely awesome. Like, I really had a good time in this movie. Also, they really messed with the heartstrings in this one. If you guys remember the When Somebody Loves Me scene in Toy Story 2, there's a scene like that, like when Jesse gets left at the park or whatever, very sad. When there's a scene in this movie that's actually comparable to that, dealing with Kevin Hart's Ace character, and that got me. It reminded me of When Somebody Loves Me. Like, no, it really got me. It definitely got me in the heartstrings there. But essentially, look, I just had a wonderful time with this movie. I'm expecting a sequel because the way it kind of ended, yeah, they left it for more, and I really think they could actually franchise it. If this thing makes enough money, I think they can franchise this off and make sequels to this, because clearly they don't really want to make anything else as far as our Justice League characters go, so we just want to do everything else but. So hopefully Black Adam revives that. But I'm gonna focus on this. I'm gonna stay on this movie, and for all those reasons and so many more, guys, I'm gonna give DC League of Super Pets a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Look, DC League of Super Pets, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the film. Let me know your thoughts on the DC universe in general and where you think it's headed. Because, I mean, I think they're supposed to be doing the Justice Society of America after Black Adam. I think they're going to go in that direction. Hopefully it works. What do you guys think? Let me know that in the comments below. But be sure to like, subscribe. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.